IVM.
Hello and welcome to the Habit Coach Podcast, the bite-sized podcast filled with quick and easy actionable habits. Remember, great habits create that awesome life. I am Ashdin Doctor, your habit coach. Today's fun fact of the day has to do with gyms. Did you know that the first modern commercial gym was started by a Frenchman? He was a French gymnast named Hippolyte Triat. His first gym was in Brussels and the second in Paris. And all this was happening way back when in 1840s. Then the strongman and the bodybuilding world completely exploded due to a man called Eugene Sandow. He started the first physique competition in 1901. His name became synonymous with bodybuilding. In fact, my granduncle, who I did a podcast on earlier this week, once looked at me, squeezed my bicep and said, "Are you trying to become a Sandow?" Sandow made bodybuilding famous. He started gyms and publications and all that. In fact, there are so many strange and weird exercises attributed to him. Back in the day, seeing someone with muscles and superhuman strength was such a novel thing. Then, of course, the person who really took bodybuilding mainstream was Arnold, a legend. The truth is that most of today's fitness advice comes from the world of bodybuilding. We see these people with such amazing physiques. We appreciate the knowledge, the dedication that has gone into making that body. At the same time, we're vehemently against having such a body for ourselves. Most of the people I talk to say, "I don't want a body like that. Bulging biceps, blocks of abs." And I have news for you. Don't worry. You will never be able to look like that unless you dedicate your life to it. It's hard work. At the same time, most of the information we use for our own gym sessions is born from imitating and actually blindly imitating what the bodybuilders do. For example, my dad of 72 used to have a trainer who used to come home, and he was a bodybuilder. He made my dad do bicep curls and concentration curls, when what my dad really needed was to be able to crawl under a table, pull out a plug of the computer, or lift up a laptop bag over his head into an aircraft compartment. That is what he needed. Something else we often blindly follow is nutrition advice that came originally from bodybuilding. The whole 6 to 8 meals a day was born from bodybuilding. And this is because they are breaking down so much muscle that they need a steady supply of protein to build it up. However, we blindly follow the advice, and instead of high protein snack, we have Marie Biscuit. I have done a whole podcast and I think a video on YouTube about this as well. But today I want to focus on another mistake I see lots of people doing in the gym. This is their post-workout meal. Bodybuilders have a post-workout meal of bananas and protein shakes or rice cakes. And this is because they are trying to put on muscle. They are trying to build up their body. For most of us, we are trying to reduce our body. We want our bodies to shrink, to reduce the fat. When bodybuilder is trying to reduce his fat for competition, he does not have the same post-workout meal as when he was trying to put on muscle. He will do a lot of cardio and not eat the banana. This is because he wants the body to use up all the stored energy in the form of fat. He does not want the body to use the banana for energy instead. And I have seen people in the gym spend hours on the treadmill. Then, as soon as that hour is up, they will be in the locker room eating 3 bananas or worse, drinking sugarcane juice or some other juice. For the last 3 years, their bodies have not changed. The fat is all there. It is because they are sabotaging their workout immediately after by eating and stuffing their face with food, thinking that they're doing the right thing because someone fed them the wrong information. I have seen people in the gym have an intra-meal where someone very overweight who spent 30 minutes on the treadmill has hopped off, went to eat a banana, and then came back to continue the workout. Intra-meals are for bodybuilders because they spend 3 hours in the gym, lifting weights, exhausting themselves. They don't do just a 1-hour workout. So please research this for yourself as well. And I'm not going to get too technical, but after a long workout, do not immediately eat. Wait for an hour or two. Let the body use its own stores of energy. Let it automatically regulate its blood sugar. Then eat. If you have a low blood sugar issue and you feel woozy, please eat. However, if you feel perfectly fine, do not eat. After a couple of hours, have a high protein meal. You can also have a protein shake. And yes, there is no truth to immediately having a protein shake after a workout. It was a marketing gimmick. Not eating after a workout also increases your HGH or human growth hormone. So there are so many benefits. So your simple habit starts by ditching that post-workout meal. Just because you exercise does not mean you deserve that meal. Do not waste your hard work and hard effort by just having something full of sugar. Be smart about it. Read up and research more on this. Do not blindly follow what someone else is telling you or has told you, even what I'm telling you. Do your own research. Finally, you don't want to be a bodybuilder. So why do you want to do what bodybuilders do? So start these habits and share with us your progress using the hashtag #TheHabitCoach. If you like this podcast, don't forget to check out other interesting podcasts on the IVM network. You can listen to us on the IVM Podcast app or ivmpodcast.com. You can also follow us on social media. We are at IVM Podcasts on Twitter and Instagram. If you want to reach out to me, I am Ashtin Doc on Twitter and Instagram. You can find lots more information on my website, awesome180.com, or check out different content on my YouTube channel called AWESOME 180. That's Awesome 180.
I hope you enjoyed that show. If you aren't following us on social media, please do. We're IVM Podcasts on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. We'd like to thank our sponsors on the network this week. Syed, thank you so much for sticking with us. On the Paisa Vaisa podcast, Anupam was joined by Sujata Alawat, who spoke about women's credit behavior and about improving credit scores for better financial health. Gauri Devi Dayal was joined by Barkha Dutt on This Round is on Me. She shared her thoughts on present-day media and journalism and some of her experiences from the days of her reporting. On The Habit Coach, Ashton talked about how meditation is like getting engrossed and absorbed into an activity where you are free of other thoughts and focus on just one thing. On Agra Station Adulthood, Ritasha and Ayushi were joined by Supriya and Priyanka Joshi for an honest and heartfelt conversation about life as a woman in the 2020s. On the Filter Coffee podcast this week, Karthik invited Bala Srinivas, who has been an active mentor in the startup scene in India, and they discuss its various aspects from funding to government support. Our traveling professor Siddharth talks about this academic document called Statement of Purpose and helps us understand its concept and shares and some tips on how to draft it well. And with that, I hope to see you again next week.
Namaskar, dear friends. My name is Ashish Vidyarthi. Life, as you know, is a journey. And you and I, travelers, how can we celebrate this travel? I have a podcast for you, Begin the Journey. I share stories and moments from my life. Do tune in every Monday and Thursday to listen to my podcast on the IVM Podcast website, app, or wherever you get your podcast from. Cheers.